Now hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are in Los Angeles again to check out a very interesting airport and its rather sad history, or its rather sad ending, and that is of course Santa Monica Airport. Yeah, for that one we're right in the middle of the city, pretty close to LAX, the big airport of Los Angeles, and this is what that one looks like. Yeah, this is Santa Monica's airport. It's pretty much the biggest general aviation airport in Los Angeles. It's also used by a lot of celebrities for their private jets. As you can see right here, we have some smaller jets here. And in general, it's a very highly used airport, which is going to end very soon. Now, as you can see, we are spawned in a 737 on the very short runway, which is only 1,000 meters long. That's around 3,000 feet. So yeah, you'll never see something like a 737 fly here, but let's do it anyway. You know, we have operated this plane at smaller runways before, so that should not be that much of an issue. Looking good. Yeah, this is right in the middle of the city. I'm not very comfortable operating here, honestly. You really do not want to overrun at this airport. Alright, there we go. But the 737 again is quite a tough plane. This was obviously not a problem. Right in front of us, we have the city of Santa Monica. You know, Los Angeles is super duper big. Here's the actual downtown Los Angeles. That takeoff was fine enough. Let's move on to a bigger plane, right? Let's try landing some big planes here. You know, could you use the Santa Monica airport for, you know, international traffic instead of LAX? I can imagine that LAX is a lot more expensive, you know, their landing fees, so it might be more profitable to operate at Santa Monica, right? Alright, welcome aboard the 777. This will be a little bit of a bigger challenge, I would say. Yeah. Alright, so the runway is really not big. You have to really look out for it. It is right in front of us though. The approach is looking good. This will be quite a tough landing, let me just say that. This is not going to be a very smooth ride, because there's practically no runway that you can land smoothly at here. Alright, that was more of a crash. But let's see, we should be able to stop though. We can even hear clapping in the background. That's quite generous. And there we go. This was quite a stop. So no problem, right? You can fly a 777 totally safely here. We didn't even use the whole runway, right? Yeah, no, obviously this is not gonna work out. This plane doesn't even fit on the taxiway. This is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, a plane that you would see normally operate here is obviously something like the Challenger 300 or some kind of other private jet. Actually, you don't really see Challengers operate in America a lot. Gulfstreams here are a lot more common, which is pretty interesting, but it doesn't matter. No one actually cares. Let's see if we can land this plane here. It shouldn't be that much of an issue, obviously. You have actual Challenger 300s operate at this airport in real life, so a safe operation must be granted. No worries about that. Alright, that was quite a late landing, but yeah, the Challenger 300 is also a nice stopper. So even though we used the whole runway, this landing was still successful. It was even a little smooth this time around. Yeah, that was very late, but successful enough, so that's fine. But now let's actually talk a little bit about the closing part. Yeah, this airport, it will be gone by 2028 in 8 years and turned into an actual park. The reasons for that are quite obvious. You know, having an airport in the middle of the city is not perfect. We have talked about that a lot on the channel before, and we have seen the effects in real life as well. You know, like in Pakistan, you have quite a lot of safety issues. You know, if a plane crashes, then it will end up crashing right into the city and kill people on the ground, which you don't have if you have an airport that's in the middle of nowhere, right? That is a big safety issue. Another problem is obviously the noise pollution and the general pollution by the engines, by the aircraft. That can also be pretty harming to people. And so the city of Santa Monica has really been, you know, fighting against this airport, trying to close it. So yeah, after a long fight with the FAA, they came to the conclusion to close this airport down by 2028. And they're actually beginning to do some actions. For example, last year, the runway was actually shortened by 500 meters to prevent jet planes from coming into this airport. Right now, the most traffic is from propeller machines that don't use that much of a runway. So yeah, that is that. Right now, the runway is only 1 kilometer long, which is really not long. It's been longer before at 1,500 meters, which is around around like 4,000 feet of runway. Now it's at 3,000, which is still no problem for a plane like the PC-12, right? There we go. So then LA will have one less general aviation airport, which is not that much of a problem. There are thousands of airports in Los Angeles. You know, there's obviously not only LAX, there's also Hawthorne in Los Angeles and other airports that you can use. So I don't think it's that big of a loss to close down this airport, honestly. Yeah, even though this pretty short runway is kind of cool, not gonna lie. Of course, we're gonna land the 737 MAX 10 here too. That's quite a bigger aircraft. This is actually the biggest aircraft that I would be comfortable operating here. You know, the 737, it doesn't need a long runway. A lot of airplanes are actually not allowed to land here because of their noise. That is actually a problem here. Not only the runway, but also the noise. I think we're overshooting this runway a little bit. Never mind, this was totally fine as well. So no problem about the 737, right? Even though we did probably deafen a lot of people here in the city just by the reverse thrusters running at full power. Oh wow, you really do have houses really close to the airport. That's not good. So yeah, while it's sad that this airport is being closed down, it actually has quite an interesting history. For example, McDonnell Douglas used to make their planes here. That's pretty cool. It is probably for the better to close down this airport just to stop deafening the people that live here. And we have a fire on both engines, but whatever, let's take off anyway. I think I overstressed these engines a little bit. Yeah. Oh yeah, now that's what I call pollution of the air. So yeah guys, what do you think about the closing of Santa Monica Airport? Again, I think it's for the better to have a park here instead of an airport. You know, the air quality in Los Angeles is bad enough already, and yeah, an airport really doesn't help with that, so that is definitely good. But yeah guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night.